Hey, welcome to Chris JRS. My name is Chris, and in this video, I'm going to be doing some juggling, but not the cool kind. So I'm going to be doing a few things, maybe 3 or 4 things at once. You'll see what I mean. So the first thing that I'm going to be juggling is this challenge. It's a challenge that's been around for a few years now, since 2018, I think. And I've always wanted to do it on film, but I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time. So now that I do, I thought, hey, why not just do it right now? And that is the Samyang 2x spicy hot chicken flavor ramen challenge. So I've had this before. It's been a few years since I've last had it. When I had it the first time, like a long time, like a few years ago, it was spicy, but it was kind of the way that I normally eat spice anyway, so I wasn't really phased that much. But in the last few years, my spice tolerance has gone down, where I find a lot of things spicy that I normally didn't before. So we'll see how it goes today. I'm gonna be doing 2 packs of it because 5 is I wouldn't want to do 5. 1 seemed like too easy, 2 seemed like a good number, and I'm more worried about the sodium content than the spice level. The second thing is, since I'm gonna be eating on camera, I'm gonna count it as a mukbang. So 1 and 2, spicy challenge and a mukbang at once. So the third thing that I'm gonna be doing is actually this guy right here. So he's gonna be telling a story, and it's a spicy ramen story that when I went to Japan, I had a spicy ramen while I was there. And the fourth thing, not sure how much, if it's really gonna be 4 things, but depends on how I do here, is if he needs to react to anything, he's gonna be watching me, so he might do a reaction. So it's 4 things. It's gonna be a challenge, a mukbang, story time, and a reaction possibly. So 4 things. So let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna cook 2 packs of this, and I'll be back with the sauce. Alright, so I got my 2 packs of noodles cooked right there. I got the spicy sauces, so I'm gonna add them in. So this is 2 packs of noodles I got there. Yeah, oh my gosh. I just put lotion on me. That's 1. It's pretty red. Cool. It's 2. Smells pretty good. Just mix this up a little bit. Make it better. So these are the flakes. These are the flakes put on top of it. So that's the flakes there. It's gonna give us the mix again. So got another fork here. I got a bottle of water here. I'm gonna got a paper towel in case I need that. So I'm just put this off to the side. I'm gonna attempt doing this with chopsticks. So it's 2 packs of the spicy 2-time ramen. So while I'm doing this, just listen to the story from this guy, and yeah, good luck. Alright, so like I said, that I'm gonna be doing a bit of a reaction as well as a story time. So I'm gonna be reacting to this, what I'm doing down here at the same time as telling the story. So bear with us. Like I said, we're doing juggling here. So at this point right now, I can actually tell that it wasn't the spice that was bothering me. It was 2 other things. It was the heat of the ramen, because it was just cooked like literally 2 minutes before. Like I just took it out of the pot and I threw it in there. I started eating it. Typically I like my food like warm, not that hot. So I was kind of like, this is too hot for me, and that was 1 thing. Second thing is, there's 2 other things. 1, it was like 12 a.m. so it's kind of late, and 3, I wasn't even hungry at all, so I don't know why. I had just had like a sleeve of Oreos and I wasn't hungry at all, so I don't know why I attempted this at this time for. I could have waited for another time, but whatever, I went on with it, and yeah, keep watching. So the story time I have here is actually one that has to do with Japanese spicy ramen, and right here, right now what I'm eating is Korean instant ramen. So it's two different, but they're both spicy noodle world related stuff. So that's why I decided to do this video combined of a story time and a challenge mukbang kind of thing right there. So anyways, this takes place in 2018 when I was in Tokyo. So around the same time, maybe not even, maybe like a month or so before, Mark Wiens, who's a YouTube food travel blogger, he went to Tokyo. He was in Japan, and he did this one video called "The Spiciest Ramen in Tokyo" at Kirashibi Kinkabo Devil Level. And I saw it, and he was saying it was so spicy, but it had like a numbing sensation. So I was really more curious about this numbing sensation. So because I was gonna be in Tokyo, I decided this is like one of the places I want to check out while I'm there. So let's just check him down here. You're alright, guy? Yeah, I can tell right there that it's not very comfortable. I remember this. It was just about. So it's actually the temperature, not the spice that's bothering me. I don't like hot temperature food. So, and this is a lot. It's actually almost 12 a.m. So maybe I shouldn't really be doing it this time. But continue. That's what I just said. But anyways. So yeah, so I was in Tokyo in 2018. So we decided, okay, we're gonna check out this place. So we went, I forget what area it was in. I think it was close to Akihabara, but anyway, so we found this place. It was a little ramen shop, like most places in Tokyo, most ramen shops in Tokyo, in Japan are. So there was a lineup outside. There was a line. Anyways, so when you're outside, I don't have much footage of it just because at the time I wasn't really good at vlog. I'm gonna have to switch to the fork. Oh, I'm switching to the fork here. Yeah, cause yeah, nice. Because chopsticks, I'm okay with it, but when they're not comfortable, kind of like driving automatic and manual, just want to do something easy, use a fork. At least in my case, because I'm not very good with chopsticks. Anyways, so yeah, so there was a lineup outside. Like I was saying, I'm actually sweating, so like, it's spicy. Like it's not gonna like kill you or anything. My nose is kind of sweating, some of the glasses keep sliding down. Still sliding down, and I'm not even sweating now. But anyways, so there was a lineup outside. Because, yeah, so you have to choose, so there's like a machine that it's like a vending machine kind of thing. So you pick your thing, you get a receipt. So you pick your flavor, whatever you want, and you get this receipt and you give it to the guy and then they bring it for you. So I wanted the spiciest one, and the one that Mark Wiens at the time was called Devil Level. So it was supposed to be the spiciest one. So yeah, so like I went and got that one and sat down. It was like a little bar thing. So like I wasn't good at the time because wasn't really good at filming things, thinking ahead that I'm going to be putting it onto YouTube. So I don't really have much footage from there. Now I should start thinking about that. But anyways, so so we sat down and then they brought it out for us. And so I got this one, and it was nice. Now I think I mentioned it down here that I don't really eat. I don't really like. I prefer dry ramen. I don't really care for broth that much. Like it's okay. Like I like broth, but not a lot. So I prefer it dry so I can finish it and have everything there. I don't know. So this one had a lot of broth in it, which was fine. So I started eating it, and the contents of it itself was good. It was spicy. But the broth had like this really weird numbing sensation, and so I understood what Mark Wiens was talking about this time. So like he had said it prior that it was numbing, and I was curious about that mainly. So then when I got it, you all right? No. So when I got it and I was eating it, there's like I think it's some kind of oil they use, some kind of chili oil that they use that gives this numbing feeling. So when you eat it, it makes like your mouth, your tongue, and your throat kind of numb. So it's not really spicy that you were normally used to. Like I realized this a little bit late, but I'm not even hungry. So that's kind of like, it's even a little bit more painful now because it's spicy. I'm not gonna kill you, but spicy. But I'm not hungry, so I'm just kind of forcing myself to eat. It's a lot. So yeah, it's like this numbing feeling that your throat, your tongue kind of gets numb, so it's like more annoying than actually spicy. And I like spicy food. Like I've been eating spicy food since a kid. If I've never had something like this before, it wasn't spicy that I was enjoyable. But like when you ate the stuff like the ramen or the meats or the egg, that was really good. Like that was spicy, that was nice. But the broth itself, yeah, no. I actually didn't eat the broth, so I kind of feel like I might have not got the whole experience, but it was good enough. Like, you know, my brother-in-law, I think my wife tried it as well, and like they thought it was spicy, but they felt the same numbing thing that I was feeling. Now, while we were in Japan, we also went to Korea as well, and while we were in Korea, there was one day we were in Gangnam, and that's where we were hungry, so we just kind of found a random ramen place. There was a small little ramen place there. It was called Liquid Shampoo, I believe. And it was a small little ramen place, and we just kind of went in there. It wasn't busy at all, so it was like whatever. So they had a thing that said, you know, spice level. Like it was in Korean, so I was using my phone to like translate it. I was like using a translate app or whatever. And so I was reading it and it said spicy, like the spiciest level. So I told the guy, I'm like, okay, I want that one. And he told me like it's really spicy. He's like, how are you with spice? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, let me try this. So he said, okay, so he gave it, so he brought it out. And that one there was actually spicy, where I was struggling to eat it, but it tasted really good though. And yeah, I always like spicy food, so you know, as you can tell, I'm doing this down here. And yeah, you're right there, guy. So yeah, that one there, that I forget what I got though, but I just remember it being spicy. I was able to finish it again. I didn't eat the broth because I'm not a fan of broth, but the reason why I didn't want to drink the broth for is because I was on vacation and I didn't know what ramifications that could have done to me. So I was like, you know, let me take it a little bit easy. I do want to try this, but I don't want to be suffering for the rest of the trip. So that was another reason why I didn't want to drink the broth while I'm on vacation. But you know, if you're there, if you're a risk taker like that, then go ahead for it. All right, so that was my story time. Now, if you know any other spicy stuff, spicy ramen places in the world, let me know in the comments. I probably want to check it out. Let's go back to this guy and see what he's up to. Because I'm almost done there. Now I know at this point I was actually a little bit kind of like, I just want to get this over. I'm just kind of like scarfing it down at this point because I just want to get it over with. So I'm just kind of like scooping up everything here as I go along. I might just speed this part up. Alright, so that's all for me. So I'm just gonna throw it back to me and enjoy the rest of the video. There, done. Now, I did that in about 10 minutes. No water. How is that? Spicy. That's the way I like ramen, so I like it. 2 packs is a little bit much, especially if you're not hungry. I think I need water now. So there, it's done. I did it. So yeah, so this challenge has been around for a long time. If you want to do it, just try it if you haven't done it already. I don't know if this is the spiciest noodles there are. There might be new spicier ones, so if there are, let me know in the comments below. I would like to do a little bit of a spicy food, you know, thing. Can't think straight. I would like to do a hot ones challenge, maybe a one chip challenge, all those kind of things. You know what I mean. So leave a comment below if you want me to do something else spicy in the future. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes since I filled the challenge. I just put everything away, washed my hands, back. I can think a little bit straighter now. So what do I think about it? Would I do it again? Probably in 2 packs, probably not. At least not at 12 a.m. when I'm not hungry. That's kind of a bad idea. But 1 pack, it's good for a snack. It is spicy, yeah it is. 1 will probably be manageable. Now I remember back in the day when I did this before, going in was fine. Yeah, later on I'm probably gonna be paying for that, but whatever. It's all good. So I'll just end things there. You know what to do. Everything should be down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun.